Hi, I'm Margot Turner, and this is Doing What Matters for Jobs in the Economy TV. I'm here with Mary Wiley, the Regional Consortia Chair for San Diego and Imperial County, and we are at the CCC AOE 2013 Fall Conference in Palm Springs. Mary, tell us what you're seeing in the Doing What Matters framework here at the conference.
Well, I think there's a real excitement about how we can make our colleges more responsive to business and industry, how we can gather data and use data regionally to better respond and make our programs more successful and more relevant to students. And I think that we're looking at a lot of changes that are positive, a little frightening sometimes, but I think we're all in it together. I think that policy changes are afoot, and I think that they're well needed, and I think that colleges are well positioned in California to respond to this job skills crisis, and I believe community colleges will rise to the occasion.
Tell us more about the structure of SEDICA in San Diego and how that's led to successes.
Well, we have organized in San Diego and Imperial counties. Our consortium, really the policy head is SEDICA, which is San Diego Imperial County Community College Association, which is made up of the 9 presidents of the community colleges in our region. They are our policy head for the consortium. They direct our efforts in the county to make sure that what we're doing on workforce and economic development meets the needs of the region and gets the attention, the proper attention at that policy level that it deserves. We have set up that structure underneath which there is the Workforce Development Council, which is made up of all the career technical occupational deans as well as the economic workforce development deans and directors and the DSNs for our region. We meet monthly, and in addition we have a leadership team made up of our lead president, Dr. Sonny Cook, who is the lead for SEDICA for Economic and Workforce Development, sits on our WIB as well as sits on EDPAC. We have the chair of our Workforce Development Council, myself, and the chair of our CIO Council. We meet monthly as well to provide direction to our program in the region, and I think that structure to look at regional decision making where it will make a difference to student success is a key ingredient to making this new initiative work for the Chancellor's Office.
And what has been the key incentive to bring all of these leaders to the table?
I think there's a genuine interest in making our programs relevant to the needs of business and industry on a regional level. I think we have come to the realization that although community colleges are kind of separate kingdoms in many respects, that we need to collaborate in a very responsive way to the needs of business and industry. We have one major labor market and we need to respond to that. And we need to do that in a way that makes sense to business and industry, in a way in which our programs then are structured to meet the needs of those businesses. And that's something that we've always done in the past, but done maybe a little bit too individually, and now we recognize the need to respond more regionally. And also we're structuring it around sectors. And we've identified our sectors in San Diego and Imperial, and those although we respond to a lot of programs in career technical education, we are actually trying to really center our efforts on our 5 sectors, new, emerging and priority, as well as locally we have 2 support sectors, international trade and small business. So altogether we focus on 7 sectors. We have worked locally with our WIB. They have identified those same sectors. We are now in a discussion with them for a mutual MOU to discuss doing all of our research on labor markets with them so that we will collectively produce one report for each of those sectors, which I think is a wonderful idea of shared resources. So we're moving in the right direction. We've got the structure in place. We just need to make sure we implement it well.
Well, as a local San Diegan, I am extra excited to see all of the great things that are coming down the pike. Thank you for your efforts.
You're welcome.